Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, hey, this is how we do. Yeah, yeah, this is how we do. Once again, hey, check 1, 2, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. Yeah, ain't nothing to it. This is how we do. Yeah, yeah, this is how we do. You know what I'm talking about. If not, get equipped. Hey, get on your ish. Recognize this is it. Vibe 1, Blaze 6. 7W, you know I rep. Crack sauce, yeah, you know the rest. Watch how you talk and how you step. Make sure you stay blessed.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What up, everybody?
This is the Nomtombout Radio Show
Yeah.
on 91.7 Ticket WVXU HD2 FM.
Better know it.
Yeah, man. You might be better over here, right
Party
here.
show, yeah.
But yeah, man, we doing something that's brand new. Right now, we live on the app Bigo.
Yeah.
We trying to see what just engage different, move a little bit different. 91.7 WVXU HD2. Stream us live on Radio Artifact Ticket.com. And make sure you also check out the YouTube page, Nomtombout Radio, NOMTOMBOUT Radio.
No doubt.
I am your host, Six.
Yes, sir, and I am Vibe 1. And for those of you who don't know, everybody else that does know, I have to give my shout outs to the KY side of things. Peace to Covington, Newport, Erlanger, Florence, Burlington, Bellevue, Campbell County, all surrounding areas. Peace and love to the Natty. What's going on, everybody? We back. It's been a couple of weeks, but hey, we back dealing with this Rona.
Yeah, man. The coronavirus still going on, man. Give a shout out to all the strippers that's in the house eating all the snacks they usually dance off. We're gonna come back at some big girls. Gonna have a couple big girl strippers. Give a shout out to all the people who out there helping people get through it, who might have been what's the term?
Side swipe.
It came out of nowhere.
Came out of nowhere. Side swipe.
Yeah. Kind of like side swipe by the corona, who didn't even have the initial money to even get anything to eat or stock up or toilet paper, crazy stuff like that. All the toilet paper you bought, you still ain't used it.
Right. And the one thing that I know, we talked about this before, that trips me out is like when everything is going good, for the most part, we had a lot of disenfranchised people don't think like this, but a lot of people was like, we are one, we are America, we all are here for each other. Then soon as the proverbial ish hits the fan, people turn to savages. And their whole religious beliefs go out the door. Their whole spiritual spectrum goes out the door. Their whole care for others goes out the door. But then, like you said, there's a lot of people that don't let the savagery come out of them. They actually step into their faith. They step into whatever it is that they hold tight to keep them being a good human being. And I've seen a lot of people helping out, not just the people who are nurses and doctors who have to. That's part of their job. I'm saying, like, people, reaching for something at the store, and it might be one of the last two things, and the person say, you know what? I was going to get that, but I already got 3 at the house. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So I had that happen to me. So it's it's a lot of good people out there that in bad times will the goodness in them will still keep coming out, man. So salute to everybody that's on that, and everybody else that's on that other stuff. We see how you are when times get rough. You face shaking.
Yeah, man. How are y'all handling y'all Rona? What y'all doing inside the house, man? I get to see kind of what people doing on this app, this Bigo app. Like I said, it's like a live interaction type app. We got people chiming in right now. What are y'all doing that's watching us live? What are y'all doing during the corona lockdown to pass the time? You learning something new? I've been learning a lot of new stuff. Been following this new chick. I ain't gonna call her a chick. This new woman on Dag, man. I gotta get it together, man. On YouTube. Diana Glantney. And just got this camera, so she been teaching me a lot of new stuff about how to use, finagle, and manage my new camera. So shout out to her. If you need any type of help with the M50 Canon, this is a heavy plug show, and nobody's getting a check right now.
No doubt. But hey,
But
even
resources.
through hard times, we still gonna be supportive of people. It is what it is. It'll
Yeah.
come back in some way, shape, or form. And just going in what you were saying about getting help. When you asked the question about getting outside people to mix and like master my music, I was telling him that over the last 20 some years, that's the whole goal throughout these years was to be able to be a person that could complete an album from beginning to end. That's writing the lyrics, producing the music if need be, recording the music, mixing the music, and then mastering the music, and then putting it out for the public. I'm not against it, but sometimes you don't have the money, and you have to be able to know a little. You can't just take your car to the shop all the time. You're gonna have to be the one to change that tire. You're gonna have to be one to change them brakes sometimes.
But after doing it, as long as you've been doing it, you a legend out here. If don't nobody know, this is Vibe from the legendary Watusi tribe. We here in the Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky area.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a well-known group. We a well-known performer, producer, musician out here. You gotta get people on the team who specialize in things that you don't specialize in, just to make my cipher complete.
Right.
Like the lyrics say, man. Because it ain't nothing like that, man. Having being supported by other people who do what you don't do, with the common goal in mind to make the thing pop. And that's really how I take off to the next level. I was just watching a guy named Mike Will, the producer. And he was talking about how he get a lot of hate from other producers in the game, other people in the game, because he doesn't particularly produce every beat that he sells.
Okay.
He got to the point where he grew his business, where he gets other people who specialize in beat making. He might have a dude who just specializes in just the drums, making every drum sound tight. But he said he had a lot of people hating on him for leveling up like that. But that's how you become the businessman and really start a production line with whatever you specialize in, man. So, man,
I'm all for that. I'm all for.
I want to see you get somebody who, man, if you're willing to donate your time for the love of life, man, here in the Cincinnati, or it don't matter where you at. Now you send some stems, and you all good, man. But we looking for, I'm looking for one too, a mix engineer, a master engineer, man. Let's barter something. We got this platform here, so let's barter something, man. We might be able to do something for you. You do something for us. That is the definition of barter. Now, after saying that 42 million times, but yeah, man, just to be able to take it up another level.
Right.
That was a little bit of something we was talking about right before we came on air, just about how to level up and, man, doing everything and knowing how to do everything, because you do want to know how to do everything in your business. You don't want nobody to tell you nothing new about the register.
You definitely want to know your ins and outs, and you want to know what your limitations are.
Yeah.
I am with myself after, like, in terms of the producing part of it. After you've done things for so long, you need a new challenge. So there's been times when I'll do, like right now I'm on my third collaborative project in terms of having an outside producer produce all the music, and then I perform all the vocals or whatever. So the first one I did was called Six Bridges with Homage CVG. Y'all can find that album on Bandcamp. Vibe One VIBE-ONE. The collaboration was called Six Bridges. It was only like 5 songs. Then I did one with another OG legend from this area. He's been a producer and a DJ and just a historian. He was part of the collective that brought you like Scribble Jam back in the 90s. And the Scribble Jam was really, really big. It was one of the first places where Eminem got known at for battling. A lot of different like boom bap type hip hop artists came through there.
What does that mean?
Boom bap is just what it sounds. Boom boom bap, boom boom bap,
Okay, okay.
boom boom. That bouncy
Yeah.
boom. It ain't that boom, 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 boom. It ain't nothing that's got anything other.
Tight pocket.
Yeah,
Tight pocket rhyme.
it's like it's majority of the time unquantized. It's coming off natural rhythm as if it was like a drummer actually drumming. That's why James Brown's break beats and all that stuff became very, very popular in the beginning of hip hop because that's the feel. It had the what you call ghost notes, like a beat that's right on time, right on top of the rhythm. It would be something like boom, boom, boom. But if you got a ghost note in there, it would be like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
That that.
If you use like Fruity Loops, it's the velocity. Like you can
Right.
turn the velocity down,
Okay.
so it just like sound like it's far away and
Mhm.
bouncing back. Hey, that's crazy how you can just manipulate sound.
Yeah,
like
you can
that.
manipulate sound like that. That ghost note. But OG what's his name? Fresh is I did a about 6 or 7 song EP with him like a couple of years ago. So now I'm working with Sam's son, one of the original members of the Watusi. Well, he's the original member of the Watusi tribe. Um, but he moved on doing different things as the years went on. But the group kept doing things. But I'm doing one now with him called Sun Vibe Project. That's about to come out soon. So like even with that though, like I get the beats from him, I record them in my spot, and I edit in and out breaks and do different things with the music to put my flavor on it. And then but they trust me to do everything else
Yeah, yeah.
with it, like make sure it sound good and all that, and then
But it allow you to do what you really, really great at so much. Like if you had somebody, man, help us out, man. If you know anybody who willing to, who just want to team up and work on some music, man, make some stuff sound tight. Hit us up, let us know. Show us some love, man. Let us know that y'all watching. Throw something up on the screen. Yeah, your phone is. You might want to check that.
I can't even see.
I really want to bring somebody in live. You see the blue button that says add somebody live or add them. It's one of them blue buttons probably. That's down there.
Down in the bottom.
Yeah. We're trying to figure out this Bigo right now. We're trying to interact with people, man. We really want to find out.
Lisa Catherine Copen, she joined in.
Shout out to her.
I ain't touching the phone.
We want to figure out. I might be able to sit in this chair now, though. That's what's up. We're trying to figure out this. Okay, meet a new match. Meet up with new friends. We're trying to figure out this Bigo app. Yo, what's going on, man? This guy's on. He drinking big wine. Looks like. This is a weird app. We really want to figure out what are y'all doing. What are y'all doing with y'all time while y'all on Corona lockdown? Vibes phone, man, somebody must Jesus is downtown for Easter. You missing it right now. How do you explain, because there's so many kids who done got pulled out of school, kids, young adults who had to leave like college campuses. How are you explaining this to kids who don't understand what's happening right now? Who don't understand? None of us really understand what's happening right now. It's brand new. Nobody is doing anything except for quote unquote essential workers. How do you explain to a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 12-year-old, 13-year-old teenager what's going on right now? Vibe, you got a house of kids who they kind of span those ages.
Yeah.
So what's happening with that?
So with the youngest in the house who is 10, she just knows that she does realize that there's something out, that if you're not careful while you're outside and you're not being cautious of what you're touching, intaking, keeping your hands washed or whatever the case may be, she knows, okay, I could catch something. But the main thing that she's engulfed in now is the fact that she ain't in school. So she she's on vacation. It's
It's
like it's
fun
like
for a while.
it's like summer vacay for her. But yeah, even with her, it's like I let it go out right because where we are, we kind of like ducked off where I'm at. So there's not a lot of people around in each other's face and all kind of things like that. So I let her be out on the front getting that when it's sunny. I let her get that sunshine or whatever. Cause you can get that she go stare crazy after a while, and she get bored or whatever. So then we just take her to another family house where it's a safe situation and she can be like with a cousin or something like that. But in terms of explaining to her, I don't explain all the other things that come into play. Like we'll be thinking about like it's things being done purposely and all this different stuff. Like I don't bother with that. And then like my other children are mostly grown. They have their views or whatever, but we just keep it to a common.
What are their views? Are any of them that is being done on purpose?
I'm sure some of them are kind of like, cause they watching everything, all the little they getting the videos sent to them as well. Everybody getting these videos sent to them and all that about uh different I guess scenarios of how the thing could have came about. But
Everything with the 5G and
5G and
everything that's wrapped up with the whole
everything
Wuhan.
that's wrapped up in it because initially they was like it's it was all they was thinking it was all this trick. Some of them, a couple of them was just thinking it was just like all technology, and I'm like, yeah, it's technology in it, but it's like there are people dropping off, so it's not like it's
That's the thing, man. My attitude has changed from before we started to when we started to now. It's just like you got people more that'll fall in line. I know me. I'm taking more precaution just because it's lasting so long.
hmm
It's like, man, hold up. These big billion-dollar corporations are not just about to be all closed just for fun. So it make you respect it a little bit more every day. And if the plan is to hold us into submission, this man is probably reaching a breaking point. It's getting warm outside. People think they about to have a summer. You're not.
Man, with me, it's like my whole thing is always just I just don't have no fear of nothing. I'm not ignorant and I'm not doing anything stupid, but I don't fear anything as long as I stay aware of what's going on, keep in tune with the information. Uh, and in terms of being in the house, like, this is what I do.
How do you
anyway.
keep in tune with the information before you go any further?
Well, first of all,
Because you don't
something
wanna,
like this, not this per se, like specific name of this, these types of things that any day something like this could happen has always been a part of my conversations with me and my close knit people
okay,
for years,
yeah,
30 some years. It's just like we just recognizing when something over there happens. Oh, that's going to be something to kick off to this,
yeah,
and
the
then that's going to
domino.
kick off boom, boom, boom. So like we've been knowing about the 5G thing was going to be an issue. I didn't know specifics of how you won't know until they drop it. So when they drop it, and people start dropping,
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, okay, this is what it is. So it's like I just try to stay up on my. I don't mess with that type of stuff. For one, I don't try to get too technical into too many technical things. And I definitely try not to, because you can get we getting the phones that we already had. We getting zapped with them. You know what I mean? It's radiation in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like
yeah.
you want to not deal with it as much as you can to mess your eyesight up. You don't want to have it too close to you in the bed with you. You sleep.
I sleep with mine right. Like
Yeah.
I need to chill out.
Yeah.
I probably don't even get the best sleep I could possibly get just because it's right there and it's playing something that's probably not allowing me to fall into a deep sleep. That's crazy, man.
Right.
It's hard, man. You like your phone is your best friend in today's society, man. Think you lost your phone and see how you act.
Right.
It shame you almost. You like I was that scared, like
Exactly.
or just all upset, like
Yeah.
um
Especially when you come from when we were young, really young, when there wasn't any cell phones.
Yeah.
You left out the house. You wasn't tripping about if you was gonna miss a call or not. You would get that message when you come back.
You would sit at the house and screen calls.
Yeah.
It's too much, man.
Yep.
I don't think I'm getting a 5G phone though. I might just have to get
I'm
a
cool.
beeper or something like that, man.
Yeah, I had to get a
You rolling around with
flip phone or a tracker.
with a hot
Now
pocket. on
they
you.
probably just end up making that stuff obsolete. So I just got to start training pigeons,
Something.
carrier pigeons.
Because carrying around a 5G phone, man, I did hear a lot about it, man. We'll get into that on some later shows, maybe when stuff unfold a little bit more. Because there's a lot of people saying that that's why the school shut down. And it's been reports.
Yeah, so they can. That's going to run the whole world.
Yeah, because I guess it's called millimeter waves. So I forget if it's directional or multi-directional. But it won't travel as far. So you got to have a whole bunch of these miniature satellites, pretty much, and they're gonna be in everybody's office. They're gonna be in grocery stores. They're gonna be everywhere. Just so these. That's why it's gonna be so fast. Cause it's like all of these mini satellites is right up on you. It ain't traveling nowhere.
Right.
Stuff is fast enough, man. Have you ever thought like, man, where is this movie coming from that I'm watching on your phone? Like, if you ever think about how amazing that is, and when you turn on Bluetooth headphones, and all of a sudden it's in your ear, you're like, hold up, man.
Yeah.
I'm not over the fact that it's in my ear. I love this song, but how? We talked about this before, but that movie, Westinghouse versus whoever, it came out last year about how electric and how they was getting the first contracts. These electric companies, Westinghouse, and I forget who the other one was, but they dominated it, and then they stole a lot of stuff from Tesla, because Tesla pretty much was like, okay, we can wire these cities up like this, but like, why do we need to wire? And everybody was looking at it crazy. Because it was hurting. It would have hurt. It would have hurt their pockets, the pockets of Westinghouse or whatever the contracts they were trying to get. But it's pretty much, man. Tesla's ideas is all coming. Everything is electric, Bluetooth,
Right.
syncing, man.
Yeah. To the point, what it does is makes you. It further makes you dependent on technology and their technology. So where you gonna get it from? You're gonna get it from whoever is the ones that's putting it out.
Yeah,
So it's like, but at the same time, as the stacks have always been not the stacks. That's not the odds have always been stacked against us.
yeah,
So for so long, and then it's just like, to me, it's another thing to test your will, test your sanity,
discipline.
and then your spirituality. And really, your spirituality can go all in mixed in with your will, because all that should be connected.
Yeah,
And I just don't. And I know somebody like from my hood, that one of their peoples is was in the hospital right now with it. So it's not a thing where I'm detaching myself from it to where I can't have empathy and feelings for people that I know that are going through it. But what it is a thing of, I still feel ease. I still feel a calmness, which I think you need to have in a crazy situation. You can't be the type of person that's
yeah,
gonna do something crazy. You gotta stay even keeled, so you can see everything that's kind of showing its face in front of you, so that you can try to make the most informed, smart decision that you can.
I can't lie. I'm not watching the news that much. You get if you attach to Instagram or any type of like cell phone, you can get information. You don't have to watch the news.
Right.
But when is enough enough? How much are you taking on? Like, when do you cut it off? Because I kind of feel it when it's just like, all right, this is too much. And I try to like start listening to that. Where I'm just like, I'm not taking no more in, because it's just so many facts on top of facts. your mind's just storing it all in the fear file.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's putting people in too much of a panic.
Yeah, I don't watch any news. A lot of the videos that people are, they send it to you like through Messenger or anything like that. I don't even open them. I just erase the whole message. Now, if it's something that somebody sends me and it's like this gonna make you laugh, even though most of them I don't. But one of my dear friends, basically like my brother, sent me one yesterday, so I clicked onto it and I was rolling.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah. So I let my mom and my sister.
This is making comedy go up because people like, no, I need some happiness somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I heard they had a press conference the other day, and the doctor, I forget what his name is, man. People gonna know who we talking about though. He the doctor. I'm sitting back and I'm watching it as a play, like, and I'm just like, okay, this is the doctor. This is his character. This is what he looked like.
Mm-hmm.
And he say something like, we're just hoping to give back. We think you should wear the mask, but like it says in the scripture. No, he said, make sure you stay home, stay away from people. Mm-hmm. But just like it says in the scripture, wherever two or more gathered. And I don't know why he said that right after that, but then he just left off stage. So I'm like, does he mean when two or more are gathered together, we will see through this as fiction? And that's why you keeping us away from each other, or like wherever two or more are gathered, that's how you gonna get it. So stay. Is it more fear, or was he trying to encrypt some? How would you take that?
He said that and just left.
He left.
He didn't finish the thought on that.
I wish I would have found. I was watching it live, but I wish I would have found the video. But it was just odd,
So
man.
say how he said it again.
He was talking about how you should wear the mask and everything like that. And he pretty much was coming to the end of his part of the press conference. And he was like, make sure everybody stay home. That's the best way to not spread it. But you know how how the scripture says, I'm probably messing it up verbatim, but you know how the scripture says, wherever two or more are gathered. And he's just like, he just stopped talking.
So to me, I'm thinking he's a doctor.
Yeah.
So, you got that thing where people say science and doctors, in place of like religious beliefs and things like that, like it ain't about spirituality, it ain't about religion, it's about science. Coming from the doctor field, that's science. He's saying, you got all this shit, but the scriptures told you two or more come together, and that's basically like, it's a congregation. Yo, hold up. We're going to take a pause for the calls from this conversation and hit y'all with some new music. First of all, I got to make sure and let it be known that this brother is one of the original members of the Watusi tribe from back in the day, the legendary Watusi tribe. This brother's been out for a while, living his life, taking care of his family. He's back into the music scene, back with a new album called Modern Nostalgia, The Warm-Up. And we're about to play a new single off his album. Who is this artist? His name is Doc Ill. Doc Ill. The new single is called Peace Out. Here we go.
What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Positive contact. What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Positive contact. What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Positive contact. What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Give us hand a smack.
Focus my 2020, my lyrical visual precision's avoiding enemies and what they send to me, and all the envy from enmity. Instead, exuding empathy, and then they get my sympathy. Vegan hip-hop in 2020, no longer bringing the beef, just skills and battle raps we kick for thrills. So ain't no chickens allowed, because we gotta speak up loud and bring the truth when in the booth, uplifting crowds. On second thought, it's vegetarian hip-hop in 2020, because we still gotta get this cheddar, and still gotta make our lives better. Whatever endeavors we encounter, we gotta weather it together. No more gentrifying our arts to tear our culture apart. Be smart, because we don't fall for smoke and mirrors. Keep your 2020 vision clearer. I'm calling this LASIK hip-hop so we can see our freedom nearer.
What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Positive contact. What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Positive contact. What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Positive contact. What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Give us hand a smack.
Thinking Thinking about the many ways from back in the days when it was all about the love for the art. Graffiti in parks and hip-hop ciphers would get sparked when it was all from the heart. You couldn't tear us apart. Common sense and common courtesy today on the mic. No, cause courtesy and sense ain't common. And I agree with Common, because I used to love her. And the fact is I still do, but the fact is I stayed true to the rhythm that brought me through. And I thought I was all through and the trauma was through the roof. Instead of giving up, I picked up the mic and hit the booth when I was searching for the truth. And now I'm giving it to the youth. Cause some of these rhythms and lyrics is critical, because the mind is a terrible thing to waste. And your space is a terrible thing to take for granted and to take advantage of. So we gotta get back to love.
What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Positive contact. What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Positive contact. What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Positive contact. What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Give us hand a smack. What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Positive contact. What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Positive contact. What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Positive contact. What's up, black? Give us hand a smack. Give us hand a smack.
It's a crazy day and age. You got to watch your back from everybody. You got to make sure people from work, you got to watch out for them. You got to watch out for the tax man. He going to take your money. You can't even fight that. And you even got to watch out for family, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy out here. There's a story I heard. A man assaulted his mother because he thought she was hiding toilet paper. This happened in California.
Oh, man.
A man, I guess he asked his mom for some toilet paper. She told him that she didn't have none. He assumed she was lying. This man assaulted his mother and went to jail.
That's crazy.
Over toilet paper.
That's crazy.
The corona is driving people crazy. All you got to do is go to Chipotle and grab a handful. Well, Chipotle ain't open right now, but tell them to put, when you get your DoorDash, tell them to put some extra napkins in the bag. Why are you so dependent on your mother to give you
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Then you assault her for it? What?
I don't know what their relationship is, but I'm speechless, man. I don't even mean to laugh, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
I never been that mad at my mom, especially over toilet paper. And we had some knockdown, drag-out fights over toilet paper. I think every woman you gonna ask, man, she gonna say you using too much.
I think it's the other way around, though.
You think women use more?
When you a kid, you use it too much, period. Well, once you get I think women use it more than the men do. Use up more.
But it gotta be your fault so they can be like, they can keep using their regular allotted amount.
Right. Right. It's going to get flipped around some kind of way.
Man, just be ready to take that blame, man. It's all good. It's happening.
I remember seeing a skit that Mike Epps did. When he came to Cincinnati, he was like, the woman just pulling on the road, just yanking it out, wrapping it around her hand. It'd be super padded. And then the dude would just get him a little bit folded, white folded, white folded, white folded, till he can't fold no more. Then he threw with it.
They make a whole mitten out of it. Charmin mitten.
Because if you think of it, if you get a 12-roll thing of toilet paper,
yeah,
you shouldn't go through a roll of toilet paper in a day if you think it. You know what I'm saying? Even with the amount of people that's in my house. We don't go through a roll of toilet paper a day. So for you to run to the store and snatch up so much,
yeah,
thinking that, you know what I mean? I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know. I have no idea.
I saw something on the news. They talked about it's not even a shortage. It's just that when people take more than they really need, it just take more time to get it to the store.
Yeah.
Because now you gotta like overship.
Yeah. I remember I lucked up one night and came in the store. They was just putting them on the.
It was hot off they was still warm.
Hot out the box. You put it down, somebody grab it. Put another one down, get grabbed.
Hey man, And then it's like nobody even taking into account into like, okay, now how many boo-boos do I take a day? You got
Right.
people taking rolls of toilet. You know you've been bound up for months.
Right.
You ain't about to take a Bowel no time soon.
And then you half wiping yourself anyway.
Hey,
You done put most of it in. You done let most of it skid up in your drawers. You might as well just use your drawers and then throw them away.
you gotta wipe until you cry a little bit. That's how you know you done. When one lonely tear fall out your eye, that's how you know, like, okay, I got it all. If you need a Band-Aid, you know you done.
Boy.
God. So, yeah, man.
I'm good.
Yeah,
That's
man.
it.
Oh, God.
You got a paper cut in your butt.
Man, some of that toilet paper is rough.
Boy.
I hope ain't nobody out there hoarding that one ply. You accidentally get yourself a prostate exam messing around with that. Oh God. Yeah, man. What brand you use?
Man, we use
It's a crazy question to ask a man.
Scott, and what's the other one? The other soft one.
My hiney's clean. I'm Charmin clean.
Charmin. But me, I'm grabbing anything that's not gonna cut me.
Right. As long
Especially
as
when I don't feel like spending a bunch of money, I'm going. And you know what? This is some game for y'all people that might not know this. You got like Dollar General store. Like you go in there and the toilet papers and the paper towels are going to be somewhat skinnier than what you're normally used to getting, but it's $1.
Yeah.
Woo! You go get 12 of them. You go get a pack of not 12. You get a pack of they come in 4s.
Yeah.
So I get 4 of them. I pay $4 as opposed to paying $13, $12, $99, whatever for a 12-pack at Kroger's or something.
Yeah, that's right. It's different though. Paper towels will have you spoiled a little bit. You go somewhere where people use the good paper towels, you like, oh man, I'm gonna take these home and put them on my bed. It be so soft, man, like and quilted.
But I'm saying in these times.
At these times, yeah.
And
man.
the thing of it, I went in there, bro. It was like plenty. I was like,
Right.
everybody.
Yeah,
ain't
you
even
go to the
thinking
dollar
about-
stores,
You ain't even thinking about like, hey y'all, this is trying times. Go where everything is cheap.
Yeah.
Damn,
You
I might just
cashed
gave,
out.
I just gave y'all some info. But I ain't gonna let these times change me. I'm gonna
Right.
always spread love.
Spread love in the form of information, man. Hey,
I went in there, man. I was like, the only thing, well, the paper towels were gone. It was like, please take certain amount of paper towels or whatever, because we have a shortage. But the toilet paper, bro, I was like, they ain't said nothing about this toilet paper.
Yeah, man. So it's not that.
And
hard.
I grab what I need because it's, I got a lot of people in the crib. If it was just me, I wouldn't be tripping. I'm only bowel moving maybe once a day, if maybe twice, because I'm only eating a significant meal maybe once a day for the, if I eat however many times I eat a meal, that's how many times I'm gonna use the bathroom in that day. Put it like that.
When lunch go in, breakfast got to come out.
Right.
Hey man, it's a lot of people jealous of that right there. They like, man, I got.
He's a little too regular.
Oh, you think you better because you regular? You don't take no psyllium husk or nothing, and you just doing that.
Hey.
But one thing that is keeping people preoccupied in the crib, you got downtime, man. The new Jesus, I guess you could say, Drake, he saved the world in a day by dropping the Tootsie slide. Have you seen this?
Nah.
It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Drake just released a line dance. Pretty much, black people. People, period, are sucker for like group dances. The electric slide. What's the one song that everybody all the big girls come out to? Hey, big girl, and you back it up. They be
Back it up,
man. That had a whole. Those usually the songs we play around this time of year too, but you might as well not play them unless you're gonna be in the house, man, backyard or something. But yeah, man, Drake got a new song, Tootsie Slide. They got to dance to it because we living in an era where everything is TikTok. You got to have a dance with it. That's the only way you really blowing up. The guy Keita, it's a guy that does a lot of dance online. His name is Keita the Great, Kida the Great. But I think artists, as soon as they done with a song, they send it to Keita because he'll form with like, this is the best marketing you gonna get.
Yeah.
People are always tuning in to him dancing, and
Is
you
that
hear
the
the
brown
newest
skin
song.
young bro?
Usually be in the kitchen
Yeah.
with his homeboys.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
Keita is a monster
Yeah,
too.
he dope. Yeah.
He got featured on the No Limit Usher video from Instagram. Just tearing. He was like part of like World of Dancing. He a monster. But it's got to have a dance with it. And I see a lot of people breaking their records through him. And that's what make
dope.
it hot. It's different times now where you got different avenues to make your song hot. It might be a girl on Instagram who, it's a girl named Baldy Babe. She from Cincinnati. She a girl, but she got waves in her hair.
Okay.
For those who don't know, like, that's a big part of like black culture. Having waves in your hair. So you spend a lot of time either brushing your hair, and you can create like these waves in your hair if you're not cultured to that. But she got an Instagram following, thousands. She had a party at Park Place where we were filming at. But whole bunch of views on Instagram. She throw parties and stuff like that. But she might be somebody who'll be able to break a song for you, just brushing her hair to your song.
Right.
They'll take your song up another level.
Right.
You can find all types of marketing and promotion. If you got a
That's my
small
first time
business,
hearing about her.
yeah, man. If you got a small business and you looking for visibility, I think that's the hardest part about having a small business is being visible enough where people are, you're a decision in somebody's head. I'm going to go with that product. It's a lot of people who already get a lot of traffic through their social media. You might be able to send them $5, $10, $60, $100 and be like, hey, man, play this behind and they leave it up on their page for like a couple days, or you can pay a little bit more. They leave it up for a week. But just for visibility, because right now is a good time to employ yourself. Little side hustles. Maybe you do woodwork. Maybe you do iron work. Maybe you. I mean, it's people out here who like.
Nah, man. I just went somewhere where you.
What? Oh God.
The oldest profession in the world definitely can get some woodwork right now.
Hey, man, it's a lot of ways to make $1, man. Some people been making $1 like that. But man, employ yourself and just figure out how to make yourself more visible. That's a stage we in too. So man, shout out to this guy, man. Shout out to Drake hitting us with the Tootsie Slide. I think this song sucked. I think he reaching. I don't think it's necessary.
It sounds like it sucks. I haven't heard it yet.
Cause he had like the Kiki, do you love? And he had a dance to that, but it happened organically. Like the video, he just built a house in Canada called the Embassy. It looked like a square block in Wall Street or something like that. It looked like a big bank or something like that.
Oh yeah.
But the video was him walking through his new house, showing you all of his new house. The inside of his house looked like it was getting compared to like a Las Vegas casino. It got like a 70s feel, like a Hugh Hefner type feel. A whole bunch of glass and mirrors. I'm like, does he? I don't know. It's not that hot to me, the design of it. But they taking you through his house, and he doing this little dance he made up, the Tootsie Slide. I don't even like the name, man, Tootsie Slide. I don't feel comfortable as a man. Hey, man, you better go do that Tootsie Slide? Hey, brother, how about me and you go do that Tootsie Slide, man? Get up on these ladies. I'm not doing a Tootsie Slide, man.
I think he he's probably he only concerned with the women. That's why we look at it and be like, what?
Yeah, man.
Ladies be like, doing whatever it is, doing whatever the dance is.
You know, Drake, he one of the girls. He like one of the girls. That's why I like Drake so much. He do the Tootsie Slide.
I wonder his ratio is from being able to snag a girl versus being put in the friend zone. I wonder what the ratio is. I bet when he was young,
he was friend zone
like a
shawty. Yeah, man. Ain't nobody trying to friend zone Drake. It's probably some fellas out there to be like, man, I'll let Drake get to second base if he signed me. Matter of fact, that's how I got signed. OVO.
OVO.
But yeah, nobody's friend zoning Drake, man. Nobody who.
I know somebody who did.
Really?
He was salty too.
Who was it? It probably was an older
That's
woman.
gossip though. I can't do that.
It's somebody you know?
I don't know them personally, but they're an artist. There's a beautiful young artist. He thought he was.
Yeah, I heard about
got
that.
in her end, and she like, nah.
But
thank you.
she had options, man.
Yeah.
She had options, man. I say it, Summer Walker, man.
No, that ain't even what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh, snap. Let me get out this man's love life. It feel weird in here. It feel weird.
Yeah, I ain't gonna. I'm saying off air
Okay.
to you. I ain't gonna.
I ain't even gonna ask out there, man. I feel bad enough that one who you talking about, man. That was a gossip moment. Oh God,
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
I feel like I should have had on a house coat when I said that. Reading the TV guide. You remember that lady from But you ain't hear that from me.
Yeah, in Living Color.
Oh man. Oh, bro, I was watching In Living Color this past week. Getting another level a week.
Yeah.
I was laughing on a whole nother level. These retro shows they bring back that inspired everything that's happening right now. Oh God.
Yep.
In Living Color was amazing. Men on film. Oh God, I was dying. You can't do nothing like that now. Not if you want your career to like flourish in the. Well, you can do that right now. If you got like a audience that's locked in, like who's the comedian?
Dave Chappelle.
Are
you talking about
Corey Holcomb.
online? Oh yeah.
Corey Holcomb. He kind of do his own thing online. He got a big following. He get numbers that's like more than these networks. And that's his power over a lot of other comedians, but he probably could get away with it. But if you want to go that mainstream route, you ain't gonna want to do that.
You're right.
Man on Film was racy.
Mm-hmm.
And
to say the least.
Yeah. Funny but racy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what do you feel? How you? I'm trying to decide. I was gonna buy these $900 pair of Jordans, man, with my stimulus check. I figured that way, man. I have me $300 left, man. What are you doing with your stimulus check? I'm just being facetious, man, but somebody.
I would have to get it first to be able to.
Right.
If I was to get a stimulus check, I would just let it sit. If I had to use it to pay on something, then I would. But right now, I would just either all of it or the large majority of it. I would sit to the side, and then use it for something that I really needed to use it for, as opposed to just. Because you get all this stuff and then you take and put it right back into the stores. You know what I'm saying? You go buy up everything again. Then you ain't got it again.
It's going to find its way back to the same
Because the money going to run out before things go back to normal. $1,000. You only
$1,000.
$1,000. I can get rid of that in 5 minutes.
After not, some people ain't made no money since it happened.
Right.
So that check is spent twice.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I was thinking, what would you do if you could bust a power move with it? I think the power move to bust with this is, since everybody is getting it, if you can find a group of people you trust, if you can find you a team of people who y'all got the common goal and just want to start something together, man. Everybody throw their 1,200 together. Matter of fact, everybody throw 1,000 in there. Just take 200 and do whatever you need to do. But if you can build something with a group of people right now, a new business, because it's to stimulate the economy. Like, our economy is stimulated by having jobs. The more people who got jobs mean the more people who have money to spend, which is the lifeblood of the economy. So in theory, this $1,200 is for you to start a business. How can you employ that money to make more money?
Now, you know what? I think I would take part of that and then upgrade my business. I don't know, cause you know what, bro? I'm a type of person. You know, when you go up, you set up your businesses, you go about it all the ways they tell you to do it. Start up you're either sole proprietor, or then you go into the LLC, and then you go on whatever. And it's like, you know what? me doing all of that didn't change the money I was getting. And the money that I was getting was still coming in the way to where I was making the money, but I wasn't making the money.
Yeah. I'm
So
not
that-
even talking about making a legit business. I'm talking about getting 10 people together. If you could, y'all put $1,000 in a piece, go buy a 4-unit or a 6-unit or something. Because people in foreclosure right now.
Right.
Ain't no money come. You can buy something real cheap
Mhm.
and be able to set yourself up to. A recession is really a reset, so it's a powerful position to be in. Because if you can get to a resource and invest it the right way, like stock right now,
Mhm.
stock is down. Like if you're one of them people who got enough money to buy a certain amount of stock in something that's gonna grow or come back, like logistics, when everything come back and people start spending money, there's gonna be more trucks on the road. It's gonna be more trains. It's gonna be more transit, logistics, stuff being sent back and forth.
Mhm.
Those are things that come back to life ASAP. Soon as people start spending money again, because we need to get product to people.
Right.
Like so, if you can go and you can take that $5,000 and invest in a T-shirt business, or different from.
I'll get what you said.
It don't have to be. You don't have to spend 700 of your 700 of your 1,200 just like making it legit. You can
Right.
be out here just trapping. Yeah,
Yeah. That's what I'm on. That's what I'm on.
so it'll be easier to find it.
Cause
than
you know,
48.
but yeah, that I no. Okay, I get it. That's what I'm on. What you just said.
Yeah,
All that other stuff, because eventually it don't mean nothing unless it means something. Like if I'm about to partner with a conglomerate, they want to know that you got this, that. Other than that, I'm trapping, bruh. And most of the stuff I ain't even gonna go there. I ain't gonna get myself in trouble. But most of the stuff it ain't on. Anyway,
yeah. Like this is the time where, man,
but
this
coming
is how,
together, exactly what you saying. I get exactly what you said. Yeah,
bruh, a whole bunch of businesses that was
Yeah.
built up during Prohibition.
right.
It's some of the pillars in our society now that you
They
can't
was done
avoid.
with a handshake.
You can't avoid not spending with them because they took times like this and was like, oh, we got surplus.
Mhm.
We're about to get like that's how you become the new wave. Like everything is down right now. If you can somehow catch a hold of something firm, especially like some real estate right now, man, you could be set up when we come back. Because it's gonna come back. It just how do we progress out of this? That was another thing I was wondering, like, how do we ease back into post-corona society?
Right.
Days of the movies they talking about might be over.
Mm.
They was already like dying out.
Mhm.
They was losing their life to the stream. Amazon didn't put a lot of people out of business
Mhm.
and gave other people jobs.
Right.
That's the only way Amazon can get away with that.
Right.
It's the way the universe works. It's a balance.
Mhm.
It killed a lot of malls. Like Amazon murdered malls across America, man.
Mhm.
But they give so many. You can definitely go get you a job starting tomorrow, and
Right.
it's an essential worker job, so you can definitely start
Right.
delivering for Amazon. I
That's
forget
true.
where I was going with that.
I guess there was the pros and cons of like things ending. As
Yeah,
opposed,
easing back
easing
into
back.
post-corona society.
Yeah.
Like, would you even feel comfortable? I feel like we would, but it's some people who's so scared right now that they're like, how do you go to the gym after this?
Right.
Sometimes it make you stuff like this happen just to make you see like, oh my God, I was susceptible to so much before.
Mhm.
You should have been washing your hands, but it's you really see like when you go to somebody's house, you pretty much sitting almost it's almost like you sit in a bathtub.
You know
with-
what? The only thing that would change for me, as far as in particular the gym, is I'm going to probably spray a little more.
Right. Because you would definitely hop on something. You trying to keep the burn going.
Yeah, you hop on like when I come in and I get on the it's a roll of treadmills that nobody's like 10 treadmills in a row. Nobody's been on it. I'm assuming ain't nobody. I hop on one and I got my gloves on or whatever. Sometimes I just hit it with the knuckle part where the glove is and not my finger, but still, that would be what I would do different. Spray that sucker down before I even hop on it. Even though I know the workers come back behind you and all that, but sometimes they're gonna miss something. I'll be doing it after I get finished. Make sure I don't send nothing to nobody that I might, and I think I'm clean. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't want to get nothing, and I don't want to get nothing to nobody.
Right.
People talk a lot of stuff about Planet Fitness, but that's the only place where I see somebody continuously cleaning the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And at every Planet Fitness I've been to, places like Fitness, it'd be paper on the ground for weeks at a time. It's a hot dog grease film on top of the pool.
Crazy.
Man. And everybody is in there just sweating out all they toxins all over everything. Mm-hmm. Next to a hospital, a gym is probably one of the sickest places. If you took a blue light in there, you probably would never go back to a gym.
Right.
Just another, oh, God. And the gym stayed open for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I was in there, what? They closed it down. They had already had the kids out of school. Went in there another week of it after that, and then that second week, I think is when they shut it down. But I know I was in there working out after the kids was told they couldn't go to school.
Happy because there wasn't nobody in there. It was dead inside of the gym. That last week.
That last one I had was a great workout too. I saw it. I was like, oh, yeah, I got that good pump. I was like, yeah.
He's still burning from 3 weeks ago from that workout, man. It ain't nothing like going to the gym and ain't nobody on your favorite machine. He's just like, oh, for real, it's free again. He's just doing a little dance over it to it. About to work out.
And there was people that was in there that day, because this is when it was really first, really like first. People was like, oh, okay, this is serious. There was people in there that was coming there working out. They had on the little gloves or whatever. And somebody might even have something over their face. I can't even remember, but that last day though, that was a good one. I was like, damn, I ended off on a good one. But good thing my homie, my big bro, Medics, he got a home gym.
Okay.
He let me get some dumbbells so I can add to my. When I'm in here doing the push-ups and set-ups and jumping jacks and crap, you be like, man, there's something else I got to be able to do.
Yeah.
He gave me these 25-pound dumbbells. I was like, yeah, there we go.
I've been out to Winton Woods, man. I don't know if you've been to a park, but it's the thickest I ever seen the park. It's the only time I ever went to the park and, like, all 3 parking lots filled.
Wow.
It took all of that to get people out the house to be like, this is a tree, you say? Oh, okay. Like, people had really fell out of touch with nature.
Yeah.
Like, I never seen that many people at the park.
They've been having block parties in certain spots in the 92.
That sounds super live.
They've been like this. Somebody was going live and had like 4,000 people watching it live, and then encouraging everything to come down.
Did they let it happen?
Yeah. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched a nice amount of it. And nope, I ain't see no cops or nothing. I mean, they was out there like loud too. They wasn't just chilling. They was like loud. Like they probably was like the police. Like, hey man, this certain population we cool anyway. They ain't trying to come out. They just whatever. It was like in the heart of downtown. I ain't gonna say no streets because they might try to continue to do it. And I ain't trying to snitch on them, but they be out there.
I seen
on top of the roof with the car jamming like.
It was a dude who the police had got to. And Charlemagne made him donkey of the day. It made itself all the way to New York. I just seen it online. He made him donkey of the day, shouted him out, said his name, Cincinnati, Ohio.
That's probably what it is.
State Street. When they was down there turning up and they had hey. Hey, they did not care. They had a sound bite of dude too, like, yeah, we don't care, man. We ain't even worry about no corona out here. Like, stay tuned for more videos like this. And they went and got that boy, man. Yeah. So shout out to him. I forget what his name is, man, but he kept the party live long as he could, man. That's a party goer, man. I'm gonna turn anything into a party. I seen this video of a DJ out in Cali, and you know how Cali Street set up. Came on his front porch. He probably lived in like a nicer part of Cali neighborhoods. Came out on his front porch, had his DJ equipment, set up his 2 speakers. Had the whole neighborhood turned up. People just dancing in the street. You see people, grandmas out there. I was like, oh, man, that felt good. Just to see that.
It's cool seeing a lot of the people You know, but okay, let me say the good part first. It's cool seeing a lot of the DJs or DJ/producers online doing lives and Instagram.
Yeah, man.
But with it's like people that ain't DJs. Like Mike Epps had one. I was like, come on, Mike.
I like
He was taking forever to get to the mix to the next song.
right. He just playing songs. He ain't even DJing. This is what I like next.
And then he had his Kango or whatever kind of hat he had on. Like he had it like tilted to the side down like this. Oh, some old school cool stuff. I was rolling. Oh, let me get your. Have you been checking out any of the producer battles?
Man, did we talk about some of those already?
Nah,
We ain't talk about none of them.
none of them.
Oh God, I watched a little bit of Timbaland and Swiss Beats. I'm a Timbaland fan to the core. Who you think won that one?
I didn't catch that one only because I thought when they said it, I thought it was him going against what's his name again, Just Blaze. So I was like, I ain't about to watch it again. But then it was like, no, it was Timbaland. I was like, oh, so I never got a chance to go back to listen to it.
See, I ain't see the Just Blaze one.
Yeah,
But I did see that Timbaland.
the thing with now you tell me if he did this or not though, because I didn't see it. The thing with Swiss is going to, when he's playing the music, he gonna be trying to entertain you at the same time.
They
Get
talked
you-
about that.
Just win to win you over. He kind of remind me of like Li. Remind me, they can remind me of each other. When I first saw Li, that's what I thought of when I saw him.
When you looked at their
Like,
noses,
let me
you
just
was
listen
like,
to the beat, bro. Let me just. I don't. Because if you're doing something to help hype the beat, you take it away from whatever the beat is.
I'm part of the show.
Yeah.
Showtime.
Yeah.
And that's what Swiss Beats say.
Yeah, so that's what I know. That's probably what Swiss was doing. He probably had something to drink.
They talked stuff about did you see the Dream and Sean Garrett?
Nah, I ain't seen that. See, I got to see that one.
You must see that.
I didn't see that one.
Sean Garrett was drunk. Sean Garrett, the pen, he wrote a lot of stuff that I know of, like 2000s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something he was on. Like he did like a Gucci Mane song. He did a few songs that you might know. Just look him up. Sean
He did
Garrett,
some
the pen.
Beyonce too. I'm sure.
Yeah, he did do some Beyonce.
Yeah. I know him from R&B stuff. I'm not necessarily from anybody that rap.
Yeah, well, he kind of like sung on the hook of a Gucci Mane song.
Okay,
with-
okay.
But he a popular producer, but he went up against the Dream, and to me, the Dream is like Timbaland. You can't beat the Dream in my head because I
Mhm.
like too many of his songs.
Right.
Who would you guess won that battle?
I would assume that the Dream won it.
The Dream, because Sean Garrett played some Beyonce songs, but the Dream got them Beyonce songs
Mhm.
like "Single Ladies."
Dream
and-
is like family with them.
the
at this
Dream
point.
is he got
family
a
with them.
room at their house, man, next to Blues or something like that.
Mhm.
But
Dream is just, not to say anything against Sean, cause I didn't follow what he did so much, cause he was behind the scenes a lot. So dreaming of coming out, being like an artist and all stuff like that. So I took to him and appreciated what he did as an artist as well as a songwriter and producer a little more than I would have Sean Garrett, a little more than I would have Michael Cox. But that doesn't mean I think I can't diss anything. I just know more about the Dream stuff, and I like his stuff. You know what I'm saying? So,
but Sean Garrett was drunk, man. So you got to check that out.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
He ended up saying something reckless about Jay-Z, and
Yeah.
they took a break, I think, and came back on live, and Sean Garrett was like, "Yeah, I just nothing against Jay-Z." So you could tell somebody had said something to him, like, because he said the Dream was pretty much on Jay-Z's jock, and he was drunk, man.
Right,
It was
right.
hilarious,
The
man. You
truth
gotta
Truth juice.
Hey, bruh. So that happened, man. Did you get to check out Hit Boy versus Boy Wonder?
Nope. I didn't even know they had one.
Yeah, they had one
I didn't
too.
even know they had one.
Hit Boy versus Boy Wonder. That was like two younger producers. Boy Wonder is more. He signed to OVO, so he signed to Drake. He done a lot of Drake songs.
Mm-hmm.
Hit Boy is real big with like Big Sean.
Mm-hmm.
He done Beyonce songs too.
Mhm.
Jay-Z songs, but they kind of like the newer school.
Yeah, I'm familiar with both of them. I just didn't know that they did something.
Man, this dude Boy Wonder, Hit Boy, he kind of killed the game. He did a unreleased song with Nipsey that had Big Sean on it, and they battling. And then Big Sean walk in the frame and start spitting his verse. So it kind of took it over to the even Boy Wonder had his hands on his head like, this is not fair. This is not unreleased.
Right.
Nip with Big Sean, and Big Sean is there, man.
That's crazy. Daggone.
Yeah, man. So that kind of killed.
I
the
only
game.
I caught the storage and man, what's bruh's name, man?
Manny Fresh.
Manny Fresh.
Yeah, I ain't get to see. We ain't catch the same ones. We kind of covered the bases, but we don't.
Yeah, so but the issue that they had with that one was what some people had was that a lot of the stuff that Scott Storch was playing, he didn't produce it all himself.
Yeah.
He might have played the keys on it, and Dr. Dre finished everything else. So it's like you going against two producers.
Yeah, and Dre, you ain't gonna win against Dre.
And then Manny Fresh was like, I thought we was talking about hip hop. And then all he's playing is of course you gonna sound you gonna play a Beyonce. Come on, man. You know what I mean? So that's what he said. I lost the battle, but I would have been prepared a different way had I known that it was just whatever.
I don't think he should have battled Scott Storch. Like you want
Yeah, it wasn't the
people who do like
Scott Storch should have battled somebody who's a player.
Manny. See, they had T-Pain battle Lil Jon.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
I saw bits of that.
Hey,
Yeah.
you already know that's my dude too, T-Pain, man. But I think Manny Fresh should have battled Lil Jon. Two DJs to be in the club.
Right.
We're gonna do Back It Up, and then we're gonna have the song with the chair squeaking. That's more even battle.
Yeah.
Lil Jon kind of explained the story behind some cut. That's the song that went viral and it's a TikTok and everything with the chair squeaking.
Mm-hmm.
He said he was in the studio and they was playing the beat and he was just like bobbing his head in the chair, but him bobbing his head in the chair is making the chair squeak. So one of the dudes from the East Side Boys was like Lil Jon's, the rappers of the clique, was like, bruh, you hear that? He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, bruh, the chair is squeaking when you bobbing your head to the song. So they pulled the mic in there, put it up to the chair, and I was like, I never would have guessed that, man.
Right.
I would have guessed that, but I wouldn't have thought it would have been true. That's something that somebody could have probably almost did like a video to a skit and would have been right, not even know they was right.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking that it was this somebody was bouncing up and down on a bed to make the bed squeak.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking it was.
So which ones did you see? You seen
I saw a little bit of that one. T-Pain and what's the name? I saw
I like that one, man, because T-Pain was playing he was playing like concert versions. So live piano will come out of nowhere, them drums will change up, transitions. He was in there dancing and singing. Man, hey, T-Pain is that guy, man.
and then it was Scott Storch and what's the name? And then I was waiting to see one, but Teddy ended up just doing a whole concert. But Teddy Riley was playing some music. It was him and some dude on there. I thought it was a battle at first, but it wasn't. They were just going back through hits. And then he started playing unreleased remixes that he did for Michael.
Oh,
and it was like, it was just like ridiculous. It was just, and he had people coming in on his live. JD went on his live, not came in on like the video, but they like hopped in and was making little comments or whatever. Swizz, everybody came in and was paying homage. Put it like that. But those was the only ones I think. And then it seemed like it was somebody else.
it was. We forgetting about.
Yeah, I'm forgetting who the other one was. But I think I saw 3. Maybe I didn't watch all of them. I mean, the full thing. But I feel like I got enough.
I think Babyface was supposed to battle Teddy Riley.
Yeah, he's supposed to. Yeah.
That sounds crazy saying that they gonna battle. Like I can't see.
I think it should be Babyface and L.A. Reid, Babyface versus
Jermaine Dupri.
Nah,
You know.
that should be verse Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis. Production team should go against another production team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That might break the internet right there.
Yeah.
The old heads would be trying to like buy a smartphone. That's crazy. Yeah, that would be a matchup. I can't really see Babyface.
Teddy should battle somebody that does hip hop and R&B singers.
He
got
should.
a long enough of a resume to where they considered legends right now. So at the very end of it, I would say him and Pharrell.
No,
Especially since
bruh.
Pharrell was up under him.
Rodney Jerkins.
Rodney Jerkins. I was just gonna give you a couple people. But
Okay,
Rodney
okay.
Jerkins, yeah,
Yeah,
that would be dope.
that would be a crazy battle.
Who else?
Pharrell, I don't think he wanted to compete.
He probably. You know.
That's not really my spirit, man. You know, I just want to be a human.
Mhm.
But he could battle. He should have battled Timbaland.
He just had a birthday.
Okay. Shout out to Pharrell.
Happy belated.
I think he like 52. He still look
He younger than me.
okay.
Well, but I'm old though, but he a year younger than me.
How old are you?
47, going on 48.
Okay. Yeah, man. Y'all got the jeans, man. I got the jeans. I got the jeans.
You know what? I gotta listen to. I gotta check out the RZA and DJ Premier battle.
Whoa.
That happened That happened on Saturday.
Man, you naming battles I ain't even know happened.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to check that out too. Do you know who?
Somebody in the city was supposed to do some kind of battle, wasn't they? Wasn't Skill supposed to go battle against somebody or
Li, but this is before Corona.
It was it? Oh,
This
okay.
was a live venue battle, but he was trying to set something else up online. Maybe I just ain't heard nothing else about it. But young Li producer from the city does a whole bunch of work in the city. Would you watch a local beat battle?
Yeah.
I think an Instagram beat battle will probably get more people at it than trying to set up a real beat battle.
Yeah, definitely online.
You got to figure out a way to stream the beat straight through your phone so you can hear it without like. It's different when it's just playing in the room, going through the phone. But if the beat could like play straight off of the phone, that kind of add to the excitement of it though. Just it being EQ like that, where it's not perfect. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's kind of like right now. It's like you just making the best of what you can do. It's probably somebody gonna figure out how to do that.
Turn into a full production. Yeah,
Mhm.
it'd probably be done lost its value by that time, man. Who else would you want to see battle?
Who do I? Oh, I would like to see Ryan Leslie go up against. Because we're trying to make it to where it's people that do similar things not know. Ryan Leslie go up against.
He should have battled like Neo. Neo ended up battling Jonte Austin from So Def.
Right.
That was a good battle too. Jonte Austin produced a lot of stuff I didn't know he did. He been around. He's a worker.
Yeah.
On the low.
Yeah.
He produced I think you better leave me alone. Yeah, man. I'm like, what?
I'm trying to
Hard
think
song.
who would go. But yeah, I guess that would work. But they had already battled somebody. But
Master P and Baby should just play like they top hits. Ooh, that'll be a turn up. Or like have I would want to see Juvenile battle like Mystical or something.
you got to start getting into the singers. Like the singers play their song.
Or sing live somehow.
Have Beyonce go against Brandy.
Ha!
Everybody with the one names.
Yeah, right. Hey, Beyonce's like, no. I feel like Jay-Z would be like, what? She ain't doing nothing like that. I feel like he is super hate on the play. How many millions we talking about? Because you know I'm a billionaire now. It's kind of different. Yeah, Beyonce and Brandy. Because Brandy she got the vocal acrobats going on.
Oh, definitely. Man.
Her songs wasn't written like that though. Rodney Jerkins and the people she worked with, they wrote like a lot of like just flat notes for
Mhm.
her, and like good harmonies, but the Brandy that's on Instagram just doing crazy runs and trill. I'm like, oh God, I didn't know she did that. I didn't know she had that.
I did. It was one. I don't know. I like Brandy ever since that full moon joint.
Yeah, she got that weird vibe to her. Like
That
it's a different texture.
When she did that, I guess at that point I looked at her as an adult. Cause anything before that was just, oh, that little kid, that girl Brandy, she dope or whatever. But I kind of took her like a grown artist then at that point. Not then I could actually like listen to whole albums. Before that I couldn't.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
they had Teeny bopped her out, kind of.
yeah. But from that point on, I was just like, yo, I like this girl.
Yeah, man. Then she came with Moesha, man. Moesha was a hot show. Like you watched it, like you was waiting for it to come on. I
Mhm.
don't remember any episodes
Right.
in hindsight, but it was
Right.
it was happening.
Yeah, any of the subplots. And I know my man Fredro had some. He ran through there and had some issues or something like that. I remember some things standing around here. I remember when Kobe was on there. I remember when Usher was on there.
Yeah, man. The '90s, man. The '90s is back. The dude Hitmaker, he the new Diddy.
Mm.
They taking anything that was made in the '90s. They even taking early 2000 stuff.
Right.
The original artist ain't ate off the song before somebody else is eating off of it.
Right. You gotta find somebody for Diddy to battle. Somebody who don't really produce, but he kind of like orchestrates.
They would
put
set
this
it
there,
up.
put that there, put this there, put that there.
I would say Diddy and I feel like they would try to put Diddy up against. Oh, this is cold right here. I feel like they would try to put Diddy up against. I'm gonna think the person, but the perfect match for him, Diddy and Irv Gotti.
Mm.
They them distant producers who just walk in and tell you how to
Mhm.
tweak the vibe.
Mhm.
But Irv Gotti was behind a lot of that Ashanti stuff, them J-Lo records that was popping,
Some early Jay-Z stuff too.
Jay-Z, Biggie stuff, like
Ja Rule.
Ja Rule. Like people don't know that Irv Gotti is out here. But that would be interesting. Diddy and who else? I feel like they would try to put him up against like Khaled, but Diddy,
Oh yeah.
Diddy and Irv Gotti will be interesting.
I think for in Diddy's era, I'm trying to think if he's the only one in that era that was claiming to be producer but wasn't a beat maker or didn't do anything that led up to the final production. He just kind of listened in and then did his and made his observations or whatever. I'm trying to think of somebody else that was doing what he was doing at that time. Other than like everybody else was actually beat makers, you know what I'm saying, or something like that.
Yeah, he had that business end sold
He had
up.
that business in, yeah. He had the production team and just came in over like that, take that out, move that. So I'm trying to think of if there was somebody else that did that.
I can't think of nobody.
Maybe Master P was like that. I wonder
Yeah,
if he had
yeah.
last say so to stuff and came in and was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, cause I don't really I ain't never heard him like try to even speak of himself in that term. He just was the boss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm sure he oversaw everything pretty much firsthand.
Yeah.
But that would be interesting. Diddy and Master P, that definitely pulled people in the room. Somebody broke the record the other day and got up to like 800,000 people inside one room. Because during these battles, I think the most was like 380. Because I remember watching some, and they was like, we just broke it. Neo and Johnson was up to like 380,000 people.
Wow.
But not Trey Songz, Tory Lanez been doing something a little different too, where he'll just bring like a celebrity in on his live, like we was trying
Oh
to do.
yeah, I saw him doing that one. Who was that he brought on there when I saw?
He brought everybody on. He brought Steve Aoki on, Chris Brown, Meg Thee Stallion.
I think he was about to. I forgot who he was talking to, but he was about to bring in Chris Brown, and I got off of there though. But forgot who he was talking to. I just happened to stumble upon that though.
That made me actually like Tory Lanez. I'm probably gonna start like listening to some of his music now, cause he one of them guys. I know of him, but his character that he was, yeah. I just kind of like Tory Lanez now, man. I'm probably gonna check out some of that stuff.
Yeah, at first I was like, it was kind of I was kind of off put by him, and then there's something else. He ended up coming back and getting an interview again. I think he kind of like calmed the ego thing down a little bit.
That does come up off of people extra heavy. Like, oh man, you kind of turning me off with the ego. It's louder than what you're saying.
Right.
And you can like feel that on certain people. They don't even got to be saying much, but he was one of them guys, man. He kind of like loud and boisterous and stuff. But
I didn't. I realized what it was. I ended up realizing what it was though. He had the talent and all that, but he's short.
yeah, so you trying
People would probably try to decline him or whatever, so he had to always be tough and handle his business. And then he was losing his hair.
yeah,
So
because he's so mad all the time. Calm down, bro. Your hairline will grow back.
But I mean, he do what he do though. I ain't even.
Yeah, he nice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. We kind of talked about a lot of things I wanted to ask you about today, man. Getting back into the swing of things, man. Where do you see? How are social setting? How do we deal with those after coronavirus, post coronavirus, and ease back into regular life? We might lose the movie theaters. It was already it was already dropping off a little bit, but now they got a valid reason to not open
You
them
know what
back
I
up.
think? You know what I think, bro? What you saying this right now? I'm just now thinking this. There's gonna be there's gonna be situations where certain things. It's gonna definitely everything as we know it. Not everything, but the large majority of things that we know it as we know it in terms of like technology and stuff like that, and how we watch things, listen to things. It's gonna be forever different.
Yeah.
But I think because with something like this, I'm like, all right, who all is in on this? Who all is in on the 5G? Who all gets the benefit off of this? These corporations or whatever. Everybody's linked in with each other in some kind of way, shape, or form. So with there already being a decline at the movie theaters and stuff like that, or whatever, right? So you take it all away.
Yeah.
You make them remember what they missed. Just like everybody gonna try to getting out. I hear people saying, "I can't wait to go back and dance after this," or "I can't wait to do this."
Yeah,
it's gonna boost that up. I think people gonna start going to the movies more. I've been in my crib for 2 months, Netflix and chilling. Now I need to go to the movie. I think it's gonna reignite something in the movie houses, possibly. That's what I just now thought. I hadn't thought about it at all until you just now said that. So I think it could go both ways.
Because I don't want to lose the movies, man.
I definitely don't.
That's my spot, man. That's the spot.
Yeah.
We ain't trying to lose that, man.
Yeah.
It's cool to stream stuff, but that ain't the vibe. That ain't the feel, the full feel, man.
Because if you figure you have to, in some way, shape, or form, you don't leave no money out you don't leave no money on the table in terms of big business and corporations. So it's like everything. Okay, we got that taken care of. We got this. We got the internet side taken care of. We got the cable side taken care of. Now we got to get people back out to circulate through these downtown areas, through the suburbs, wherever they go to spend money and enjoy themselves. You're going to want that to keep going.
Yeah.
You just had to have it shut down for a minute so I can implement all my stuff so we can be connected, one world type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the movie houses are still going to I think it's still going to end up. I think it's going to come back and then prosper in a way that it hadn't been in the last few years because we got. It's one thing being pacified or spoiled by the comfort, but when you can't do nothing but be in this spot. Whatever we told we ain't allowed to do or we can't or it's taken from us, that's what we gonna want.
Right.
Just like with kids, and it's with adults, but civilizations, all that.
Yeah.
So, man, we can't go to the movies now. Now you remember how much dang was cool to go to the movie. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as everything open back up, you be like, "Hey, I'm back."
Yeah, man, I can't.
They had to just they in there putting them systems up. That's all that is.
Right.
That's all that is.
Right, man. It's gonna be more to unfold with this whole 5G and everything. Is that really the cause of corona?
But you know what? What's funny is like, you remember the movies, or you might even know somebody. You show a movie, they have a guy always look like he weird. He stay off in like a trailer home somewhere off the grid. He got a tin thing on his head, and the people come in. We need you. They always got to come to him to help you when this meteor about to come to the earth or something like that.
But he crazy.
But he crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
10-4. Yeah, man. Who knows what's gonna happen? I guess we just gonna give you a week by week progression of what's happening out here. We gonna stay tuned in.
no doubt.
Y'all stay locked in. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Hit us up on Instagram. Nomtombout _radio. NOMTOMBOUT _radio. And tell us how you been. How you been maneuvering through this lockdown? I'm so bored at this point. And I can still go out and like, I got a job that's essential, but for somebody who been at home since it started, I can't imagine.
Right.
So everybody stay safe, because we are actually starting to see people closer and closer to home. It's like, oh, you say you got it, or you know somebody who does have it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's becoming more and more real every day. And just try to keep your spirits up, because your mood is kind of like your force field. It can affect how susceptible you are,
Yeah,
and everything like that.
for sure.
So
Got to keep your spirits up, stay positive on yourself, stay active in a way that's progressive for you.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Do a little jumping jacks, little. If you can't do the hard push, depending on who some women can't do push-ups, some dudes can't do push-ups, some dudes can't do crunches or whatever. You could do jumping jacks or something to keep your circulation going.
yeah.
You don't ever want to, especially if you're somebody that already got respiratory issues or breathing issues or something like that, and then you just sitting, and then if you add that you might smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, you just gonna make yourself a little bit. Whatever you're doing, you gotta balance it out
Yeah.
with something positive on the other side. So, I don't know. Go to the store and get you some little light 5-pound dumbbells or something. While you watching your favorite movie, you can be doing little workouts or something. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has they level that thing. I see a lot of people like on it though, like people who've been trying to lose weight, and I'm seeing them. Like I'm seeing it like in the last couple, like each week. It's like, oh yeah, get it, girl. I see you, girl.
Yeah.
Posing, and I was like,
Yeah.
I try to just give everybody like positive feedback, man. So keep them going to keep going on. That's sometimes all you can do.
Yeah.
You might not be able to help somebody financially, you might not be able to go and be around somebody, but you can always get somebody a good word of encouragement, especially during rough and crazy times.
Yeah, you never know how far that's gonna go.
Yeah.
You could be having a bad day. You could smile at somebody who having a bad day, and it changed the whole day for them,
Mm-hmm.
because they was looking down like ain't nothing going right.
Right.
And somebody like, nah, man, I'm gonna smile at you and put a little light in there, man. You start believing in humanity again.
No doubt.
So yeah, man. Make sure you keep checking us out each and every Wednesday, 11 a.m. here on 91.7 WVXU. You can also check us out on Spotify at Nomtombout Radio. Check us out on Instagram, Nomtombout _radio, and YouTube, Nomtombout Radio, NOMTOMBOUT. You can check me out on Instagram. I've been doing a gang of funny videos since we've been under quarantine time. I think they funny. You should check out for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You can check me out at Blaze6513, BLAZESIX 513, BLAZESIX 513. I got merch up there. You can get you a F Corona I Got Stuff to Do shirt. You can get you a Type-ish shirt. So make sure you check us out there. Where can they check you out?
And you can catch me on Instagram at Mr. Vibe1, VIBEONE. Also the number 7, Y2CWATUSI for my group info on Instagram. Vibe1 on VIBE-ONE on Facebook. The Y2C Tribe on Facebook. Twitter is Vibe1. And just finished recording the Y2C Tribe album. So at some point in time, we'll be announcing when that'll be dropping, as well as the collaborative project I'm doing with Sam's son. That is pretty much done. I'm waiting on one verse from Napoleon. Let me get that verse, and then that album's done. And then I'm gonna start shooting videos. Find a way to start shooting videos throughout this nonsense that's going on. Still get some videos to drop and do some interactive stuff too, like where I'm live somewhere in an undisclosed spot with Sam, and we're gonna give y'all like a funk flex type of thing. Okay. He gonna roll the beats. I'm gonna be spitting. So all of that's to be coming soon. Soon we get everything finalized and figured out, and then figure out the singles that we got a bunch. We got at least about 5-6 singles that'll pop off a 13 album project. So we put in some work. It's gonna be raw, rough, and rugged, but at the same time, it's gonna have some smooth things on there for the women. But it's gonna be all no punches pulled for that project. The Watusi, for those who know, y'all know how we come. The Watusi album is called In Case You Didn't Know, and it's gonna be geared around all the our bread and butter is performance. So that's what the songs is gonna be. Stuff that you can definitely vibe out to, dance to, get hyped to. That's what the mission is with this one. Yes, sir. Peace. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Stay safe, man. Stay safe.
Yeah, man. Until next time, goodbye.
I'm talking you with me. You looking like my destiny. Stay. Ooh, girl, wanna love you so much, wanna show you so much I can teach you.